All right, so look, bro. Usually I ignore the antics of dude, right? I'm talking about the Honduran guy, Teofimo Lopez. Usually, we ignore those antics because they don't amount to anything. You know what I mean? Bro is just, he's always tweaking about something. You know what I mean? Lately, ever since, man, I want to say right after the situation with Ryan, where Ryan came out as a, racist guy, and he was like saying all that racist stuff. You know what I mean? Here comes Teofimo. And even though, Teofimo has had multiple, like he's been doing this multiple times, bro, where he's been like, yeah, y'all can keep the black fighters if y'all want to, you know what I mean? He told Top Rank they can keep the black fighters if they love their black fighters so bad. He basically called them like N-word lovers. You know what I mean? It's crazy how everything is in a cycle, bro. It's like, what year are we in for people to be saying N-word lovers again? But anyways, then out of nowhere, so he does that. First he does that. Then out of nowhere, he says he wants Terrence Crawford's fade. Then out of nowhere, he says he wants Tank's fade, Devin's fade. Like, and the thing that's crazy is there's so much history behind this guy, because in reality, years ago, I think Champside did the interview when he told Teofimo told him when he was going for the he was trying to be undisputed, right? Even though Devin Haney was the undisputed champion at the time. You know what I'm saying? He was not the undisputed champion. He was the WBC champion at the time. So no matter how you slice it, you got to go through Devin Haney for the undisputed. But people were using this fake belt, right? Called the franchise belt. The WBC franchise belt is a fake belt. They were using that belt to try to say, oh yeah, I am undisputed, we don't need him. And then the craziest part about it is ESPN and like all of these media companies were trying to say Teofimo was undisputed and all this type of stuff. Mind you, bro, he's never been undisputed. Bro's a fraud. This is the reason why people make fun of ESPN so much, because they promote some fraudulent fugazi ass shit like this, right? But Teofimo was never undisputed. Never. He never had a real WBC belt. Loma did not have a WBC belt. Matter of fact, he vacated his belt to duck the fade with Devin Haney. And eventually it caught up with him though, because Devin Haney, WBC champion, wins the tournament, beats up Zara Abdulev, becomes WBC champion, whatever, right? Defends his belt bad times at 135 until eventually he finally gets to fight George Kambosos for undisputed, because Teofimo tried to duck the Devin fade and pretend like he was undisputed, fought George Kambosos, who was supposed to be a cherry pick, actually ends up losing the fight, which is funny enough. He lost the fade, bro. So he got beat up, and he was down bad. He was looking bad. You know what I mean? So during all of this, well, what the? Oh, I see. Okay, I was tripping. But yeah, now during all of this, he's doing interviews. You know what I mean? He's saying all of this stuff. He's saying, little do they know I never made $1 million from a fade. Like I never blah, blah, blah. Like he was just saying all this stuff as to why he was saying like, oh yeah, they got favorites. They're treating people with favoritism and all this type of stuff, as if he was the victim all of a sudden. Right. But the thing about Teofimo is he's trying to be a Diet Canelo or a Diet Tank, bro. He tries to use people. He tries to act like he has real ops. First of all, Tank, the difference between him and Tank Canelo, they have real ops. Bro, you do not have real ops in this boxing, bro. You know what I mean? You don't have real ops. Them people are not checking for you as comp. They're looking at you, bro. You got walked down by Randy Steve Claggett, bro. You got walked down by him, right? You robbed Sandor Martin. You robbed Jermaine Ortiz in the FA. Got outboxed. You know what I mean? You ain't even beating him up. You're supposed to be this guy who's like, you know what I mean? You giving Top Rank a bad name. He was giving Top Rank a bad name. And even Bob Arum complained about him. But now he's reaching all-time low, because now he's calling people apes, monkeys. He's calling people out of their name. He's saying he wants all these fades. He's using people's names for clout. And as the most recent infraction that bro has had, I'm not gonna lie, for some reason, and I'm pretty sure that they leaked it. I'm pretty sure that them boys leaked it. But the most recent infraction that he had was there were fake negotiations that had been leaked where people were saying him and Devin Haney were in negotiations for a fade. Sure enough, comes out that is cap. More cap, my nigga, from Teofimo. And he had the audacity to be like, oh, I don't know where these allegations came from. You know, I don't know how anyone came up with that. Like, blah, blah, blah. Like, he was just saying a bunch of nonsense, bro. He was saying a bunch of just nonsense. He was just saying that he doesn't know where it came from. He doesn't know how, you know what I mean? All that type of stuff, right? So now, my issue with Tio is people let him live too long. There are people who still champion Teofimo Lopez. There are people who still will sit up here and say that they rock with Tio regardless of all the nonsense that he does. I forgot what trainer was saying, like, you know, they rock with him or whatever. There was a trainer who was like, oh, you know, I'll rock with Tio. If I could train him, bro, he could do damage. Like, he's nice, blah, blah, blah. Bro, here's the thing. Anybody who comes out and says any of this racist stuff, like, to where it's just so blatant and you can't even deny what's being said, it just sounds crazy. Like you just, you know, bro just lost his mind type. Anybody who comes out like that, bro, get them out the sport. And what I mean is, bro, I hope that with and you know, I kind of should make a video about this on its own, but with ESPN potentially giving up boxing, right, you're gonna have a whole roster of fighters with almost nowhere to go. There's gonna be a lot of people who are independent that are looking for somewhere to go. You're gonna have journeymen who need jobs. You're gonna have stars who want a contract. You're gonna have people who are kind of in the middle, prospects who are on the come up that need a platform to continue to showcase their skills. Turkey, if you're listening, go ahead and make that purchase, man. Go get all them boys up. Go ahead and scoop all them boys up. Make a deal with Top Rank. Their contract ends in next August. All right, we already seen Showtime give it up. HBO been gone. ESPN, now they're next. I remember when fights were on Fox. Now you got PB. The future of boxing is streaming. And I remember when Leonard Ellerby was like, who want to watch a boxing match on an app? Making fun of Eddie Hearn. Hey, Eddie Hearn looking like Nostradamus right now. You know what I'm saying? He looking like Nostradamus right now because, frankly, dude's had an app for a long... Look, he's been on the zone for some time. And it's looking like the wave. So the reason why I bring that up is because, bro, we need to see Tio and them. If he decides he not going, look, he either got to sign. He gonna say, if he signs with Riyadh Season, they gonna make him make them fades. I'm gonna tell you that right now. He gonna have to take those fades, and when he takes those fades, they gonna pay him everything he owe. Right? Tank is with Amazon. I don't really care to see Tio tank that much because we know how that ends. And I don't really want to see Tank do it to him because he's not really a victim of the things that Tio is on. Like the type of things Tio is on, Tank kind of plays ball the same way with the industry. So it's not going to be as satisfying to see him knock him out. Bro, I got to see him fight Devin, get cooked by Devin, or if he takes the Bud fight, you already know he finna get dribbled. You already know he's finna get dribbled. People are not trying to watch him struggle with bums anymore. I'm sorry. No one's trying to watch that, bro. Get in the ring with them dudes you've been talking about, with them dudes you've been speaking on. I'll even take a Keyshawn and Tio fight because they knocked his dad out. I'll even take that. But when it comes to Tio, bro, I'm just like, people have to stop it with trying to act as though Tio is anything that we should be promoting in the sport, because that's cap. He's terrible for the sport. We got to get him out of boxing, bro. And the only way to do that, it's a multi-step process, but I see it coming from a mile away. I don't think Tio or Turkey rocks with Tio, but I think he's trying to set him up so that way he could take some of these fades, because the people he's been speaking on definitely want to fight him. and he's notorious for ducking fades. So you kind of got to pull the Trojan horse move and be like, all right, T.O., look, bro, I rock with you. Come sign with us. We're going to get you right. We're going to get you paid. Oh, okay. For real, who am I fighting next? Devin Haney. Man. I don't want Devin Haney. Okay, Bud Crawford, man. I want, okay, Tank Davis, man. Okay, well, okay, Keyshawn. Pick one. Otherwise, you're out of boxing, man. You're out of boxing. So he's either finna get dribbled out of this shit, or he's finna have to quit on his own. Simply put. But I'm tired of hearing from him, bro. I'm not gonna lie. It's just annoying to see people be getting all political about it and being like, oh, T.O., but he's cool. But look, man, I don't know him from a can of paint. So it's even worse for him because all he has to stand on is his actions. And I'm not gonna lie, they've been extra nasty work. Extra nasty work. You know what I mean? So with that being said, tune in to my next video. Subscribe, like, all that good stuff, bro. We out of here.